Arsenal continued their strong run of form in the Champions League on Wednesday night. Mikel Arteta's side played host to Greek outfit Olympiacos and picked up their second win of the campaign. The Gunners ran out 2-0 winners in the end. And while they could have scored plenty more, the visitors put up more of a fight than some would have been expecting. With that said, almost everyone who featured for the hosts put in a strong showing, including someone who could end up becoming a new Bukayo Saka for Arsenal. Saka was handed his Arsenal debut by former manager Unai Emery back in November 2018. He came off the bench in a game away to Ukrainian side Vorskla Poltava, and then made his full debut for the club a few months later at home against Karabakh. However, while the Hale Ender showed some real promise early on, he didn't make all that many appearances under the now Aston Villa coach. In fact, before Arteta was appointed in December 2019, the dynamic winger had made just 16 appearances for the first team, most of which came on the left-hand side, either in left midfield or at left back. Fortunately, the 24-year-old began to be moved over to the right more in the following campaign, and by the start of the 2021-22 season, he was well and truly established as the Gunners' first-choice right winger. More than that, though, the youngster would then develop into the team's most important attacking outlet, a role he still fulfills to this day, as reflected in his incredible numbers. For example, despite still being only 24 years old, the talismanic winger has made 269 appearances for the North Londoners to date, scoring 72 goals and providing 72 assists. Unfortunately, with him being so key to the club's attacking threat, the last couple of years have seen opposition teams double and triple up on him, making it far harder for the incredible talent to create opportunities for Arteta and company. The good news is that Arsenal have added more quality to the side to help mitigate that problem, including someone who could be like a new Saka for the side. Arteta and Andrea Berta did well to add a few new attacking talents to this Arsenal squad over the summer, from the direct and tricky Noni Madueke to the versatile and mercurial Eberechi's. Football Fancast's Chalkboard series presents a tactical discussion from around the global game. However, when it comes to the player who has the best chance of embodying some of the things that make Saka such a star for this team, it has to be Viktor Gyökeres. Now, some of you will rightly point out that the pair play in different positions, and that, as things stand, the former Sporting CP star has not scored as many goals as some would have hoped. Yet, there are still elements in his game that are similar to the Hale Enders, most notably his gravitational effect on the game. That might sound like an odd way to talk about a footballer, but this essentially means that, just as the Englishman has spent the last few years being double and triple teamed by defenders, the Swedish international is already dragging opposition defenders all over the pitch this season. He might not be scoring with the regularity that some would like, but the 6'2" powerhouse, as described by data analyst Ben Mattinson, is already starting to make the right runs, get into the correct positions, and this, combined with the fact that he has a lethal shot on him, means that defenders cannot leave him alone. This was on full display on Wednesday night, particularly for the first goal, as his charge toward the penalty area saw two defenders converge on him and left space for Gabriel Martinelli to tap the ball into the back of the net after his shot was saved. Just imagine the gravitational impact he's going to have on defenders when he's up to speed and putting away the chances so many know he can. Ultimately, Gyökeres isn't on the same level as Saka and has plenty of differences in his game with the Englishman. However, he is one of the few players capable of striking a similar level of fear into opponents and one of the few attackers who will force them to converge on him.